Welcome to this brand new episode of Wout of the World, and we just crossed the border from Malaysia into Thailand because this is the island of Koh Lipe. We started the trip through Southeast Asia in Thailand this time. From Chiang Mai we traveled the countryside to Chiang Rai. From there we crossed the border into Laos and sailed the mighty Mekong River. It was the adventure of a lifetime. But we had more to explore as we crossed the border from Laos to Cambodia. It was so special to show my kids and mom the ancient Khmer kingdom in Angkor Wat. At last we visited Siem Reap's amazing little water park. After discovering the city, we explored the floating villages of Tonle Sap. We flew to the historic but modern capital, Phnom Penh, and hopped over to Paradise Island, Koh Rong. Now we leave Cambodia from Sihanoukville for a completely new adventure. After a quick stopover in Kuala Lumpur, we arrive on the island of Langkawi late at night. So from Koh Rong we ended up in Sihanoukville, and over there we took an airplane all the way to the north of Malaysia. This island here is called Langkawi, and we've been here once before and made a beautiful episode about that adventure, which you can see if you click here in the right top corner. But right now we just chillax here for a bit. We have a beautiful holiday home next to the swimming pool before we move on to Koh Lipe, the tropical island in the south of Thailand. In the middle of Langkawi's lush nature, we are surrounded by animals, such as these spectacled langurs. Also known as the spectacular langurs.
Dancing while the spring's still here. They don't make haste cause they know what's coming. We try to wash away our broken years, but it's so hard in the cold summer.
We pay only $25 for a night in a tranquil area off the beaten track. With the drone I'll show you the surroundings before we head over to Koh Lipe.
You still are, you still are. In the cold summer wind. You still are, you still are. In the cold summer. Nothing seems like it should in the cold summer. Streams are slowing down to get their sleep. They've had enough bringing life to others. But
And just before dawn we grab a taxi to take us over to the jetty.
But your smile in the morning hours.
It's early in the morning, the alarm clock was set at 6 o'clock and by 7 o'clock we were already in the taxi towards the jetty of Kua on the south side of Langkawi. And we see the Bay of Kua over here with a beautiful tower and the famous Eagle of Langkawi, and in 1.5 hours we'll be sailing to Koh Lipe in Thailand.
The ferry ride to Koh Lipe costs $35 and it's fast and easy. It crosses the border to Thailand and takes about 1.5 hours.
On the south side of Koh Lipe we find Pattaya Beach, and it's not the most beautiful beach of the island, but it's where we arrived by ferry. And because of the low tide this morning we couldn't get to the shore with the big boat, so we had to transfer to a longtail boat. But we are here, and it's good to know that over here are most of the bars, most of the restaurants and nice shops, so it's not the best beach, but it's a nice start. Koh Lipe is the southernmost island in Thailand, and it's almost at the border with Malaysia. And that's why it came in handy that we got here from Langkawi with only a 1.5 hour ferry ride. It's beautiful above water, but the real treasure can be found underwater, because 1/4 of all the tropical fish species in the entire world can be found around this island. And with that, it's also the most beautiful underwater world in all of Thailand.
A funny thing about this beach is that the indigenous people called it Pattaya, which meant South Beach. Over time, the Thai and the tourists started fusing the words into Pattaya. It's now named Pattaya Beach with no actual connection to the popular Thai city of Pattaya. Koh Lipe is part of the archipelago known as Arangrawi in the Andaman Sea. It's also the gateway to the national park Koh Taratoa. Oh, and we're now officially back in Thailand.
In life, there is a first for everything. So when you book a hotel on Koh Lipe and the entrance is actually a supermarket, you have to go through the supermarket, and in the back there's a little door which grants access to the hotel. Well, that's a first for me. I love it.
Accommodation is a bit more expensive here than anywhere else in Thailand, and hotel prices start around 40 bucks. We do, however, have a balcony with a great view, and the hotel's security guard is Batman.
The street that connects Pattaya Beach in the west and Sunrise Beach in the east is called Walking Street. That's literally the name. And in the evening there are no motorized vehicles allowed, so you can stroll along the many bars and restaurants here. The island of Koh Lipe used to be backpackers' paradise, but nowadays it's also discovered by the larger public and other tourists are coming here too. It's getting busier, but luckily it's still got that relaxed, same atmosphere. I love it. The most beautiful beach on Koh Lipe is called Sunrise Beach, and as you might expect, you can find it on the east side of the island where the sun comes up. It runs all the way up to the northernmost point, and over there is even a beautiful sandbank during low tide. It's perfect for snorkeling too, but not today, because we're here in the monsoon season. It's February and the waves are a bit too high for me today.
But no worries, as we'll go snorkeling at many other beaches. This one seems to be suited for the most incredible drone shots though. Around Koh Lipe we see many other islands, most of which are uninhabited. On the northern cape we see the sandbank. And as you can see, Koh Lipe is not only Thailand's best island, but also one of the most stunning islands in the world. On Walking Street we look for a meal. The famous kitchen of Madame Yoo-hoo seems to be our best pick. And this is literally how they lure you in. Yoo-hoo! At night, Walking Street lights up and becomes one of the most atmospheric and romantic places in Thailand.
It's still early in the morning, the sun is up, it's 8 o'clock and it's time for some snorkeling, and for that I'm walking over to the west side to find Sunset Beach. It seems a bit strange to go to Sunset Beach in the morning, but during the monsoon months this side has fewer waves and calm water for snorkeling. It was a really nice walk across the island, and this side is a little bit more quiet. It's Sunset Beach and it's called that for a reason, because the sun is still on the other side of the island. But we're gonna do some awesome snorkeling over here in the morning. Every day I'm snorkeling.
snorkeling on Koh Lipe is really good, with many curious creatures and lots of colorful coral. But most of the snorkelers are here for a reason, to find Nemo. And it's pretty easy too.
You know what I never understood? In that Disney movie, it took those guys like 1.5 hours to find Nemo, searching the entire ocean all the way to Australia. And I found him in like 15 minutes. How cool was that? It was exactly like in the movie with the bigger one and the little one, like Marlin and Nemo. Catch of the day. I drifted so far away that now I have to climb back over the rocks to get back to Sunset Beach. But it was so awesome. Sunset Beach is of course located right opposite from Sunrise Beach on the other side of the island. This is the northwest side. This is also the beach where everybody gathers at night to watch that incredible South Thai sunset together. We can grab a drink at one of the many bars over here and watch the sun go down in the sea.
But for that we have to wait another 6 hours or so. During the day, Sunset Beach is ridiculously quiet for a popular Thai beach destination. There is barely anyone here, and the nature is overwhelming. What is a Thai beach without a swing nowadays? And with the longtail boat backdrop, we are in the middle of the Thailand travel brochure. On the way back to town, I visit the only small monastery on the island. We go for some lunch, but then I got the feeling that we forgot something at Sunset Beach.
Oh guys, and before I forget, this is sunset
at Sunset Beach. I like it. I think we have a pretty good one today, and altogether it becomes harder and harder not to fall in love with Koh Lipe. It has everything. Including quite good
Coffee! The best part about being back in Thailand for a couple of days is of course 7-Eleven, because they do have that here on Koh Lipe, so I can get my morning coffee and a toastie.
See your sadness wrapped around a frame. Would you see yourself? Someone that you used to be before you was buried in responsibility. I know it's hard to see all the things that you could never be.
So we've been to all sides of this tiny island except for the north. And sometimes you save the best for last.
How it hurts to know.
Today it's time to visit another incredible beach, and for that we walked to the north side. This is the northernmost point, so between sunrise and sunset beach, and we look out over Koh Adang, the island in front of us. It's a beautiful spot.
You refuse to be, stalks you in your dreams and makes bitter what is sweet. You grind your teeth at night.
With only 2 square kilometers, on Koh Lipe everything is within walking distance. The furthest you'll walk is like 20 minutes. The island has no cars and no motorbikes too, only some tuk-tuks.
Never be
And the many traditional longtail boats, of course.
written in the stars and embroidered in your name, but never was.
Around Koh Lipe there are 30 other islands and 100 reefs that are all protected. Starting 20 meters from the coast you can find the most beautiful coral, soft coral and an abundance of fish. So it's worth your while to go snorkeling on Koh Lipe.
Well, thanks for that useful bit of information, Wout.
I'll get to it straight after lunch.
The north side has plenty of soft coral, which means we can go look for Nemo again.
Written in the stars and embroidered in your name, but never was. How it hurts to know.
And like 100 parrotfish. Found him!
So even here where there's not much coral, I found 2 Nemos again. This is really Nemo's island.
Swimming in the shallow Andaman Sea here between the islands is surreal. We understand why Koh Lipe is often nicknamed the Maldives of Thailand.
Thank God it's Christmas. Still?
Oh, and you have to try the Thai pancakes here. So sweet.
It's a new day and it's time for a new snorkeling trip. And this time I'm going to the south side of the island near Pattaya Beach. It's supposed to be very beautiful there too.
Wow, that was actually surprisingly beautiful. Especially way over on the east side near the rocks. There are so many little caves and tunnels with plenty of interesting things to see. And a lot of fish too. So, Pattaya Beach, good for snorkeling. That's it for this incredible episode on what I think is the most beautiful island of Thailand. But as you can see, the tuk-tuk driver is taking us to the boat and we're moving on to Malaysia next. I'll see you next time.
On Langkawi, we do grab a little dessert, because one of the best water parks in Asia costs only $5 for a day.
At Splash Out, the biggest water park in Malaysia here on Langkawi.
We visit our favorite restaurant too, before we continue the adventures. Be sure to check in next time as we explore the cleanest city in the world, because up next is Singapore. Subscribe and always travel with us. Ciao!